candy, realize.
Candy.
I was wondering who would notice that first.
Yeah, Jody, Gift, and Tevin got whipped.
Finally. You're off of timeout. God, those are nice.
Okay,
fish.
we're ready. I think we're ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure. Guess I'm always ready and never ready.
Kibosh on the music.
Oh, my eyeball. Look at
I'm way
me
over here.
in my eyeball.
So
Finally,
how?
whip. I know. Let's all celebrate for whip momentarily.
Yeah. I had a feeling he was going to get one because he won in, or he got one in Steven's stream.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
It's his time of year, apparently. Merry Christmas to Whip.
Mm-hmm.
He's all membershiped up.
Maybe it's because he's not actually here.
Yeah, that's probably why. Hopefully he shows up at some point.
So we got a few things to do today.
Yes, we do. Oh, yeah, that's right. I already forgot. Hell.
And, of course, Stephen P. gifting 5 as well. So
Thanks,
we've already got
guys.
15 members, and we're only about 2 minutes into the stream, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's very nice.
We appreciate it.
Merry Christmas, Dave, and everybody else. Merry,
The
Merry.
Moneyless Maven. Shirley says, hello, will be lurking. That's the best thing to do. Bob, is your mic on? Yes. Am I quiet? I am a little quiet.
More importantly, can I just wish everyone a happy Festivus? Because today is Festivus, so
I should be louder now.
for the rest of us.
Bob is quiet. Okay, there we go.
I love that I'm not. Like, you guys can hear me, though? Fantastic. Not mad.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Let the airing of grievances begin.
Florida getting invaded by Nile monitors.
Yeah. I
What
saw
else
that.
is new? Uh-oh, what happened to our video?
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
It lasted a whole 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Okay, what did I do wrong here?
Yes, that's right. Bougie Festivus. Never forget a Festivus.
Well, let's just go right into here. There we go.
Everybody likes the fish.
Oh, no, I have
Come
to
on.
figure this out. Hold on.
Festivus cichlids. Good one. Yes.
What's
Oh, I've got a lot of grievances.
Here we go. Nah, I think I got to figure
I
it
have a
out.
lot of problems with you people. I'm going to tell you about it.
There. Fireplace is back. Christmas tree is back. Did you
Chestnuts are
loop it in
roasting.
OBS? No. I literally added this about 1 minute before we went live,
this- I was not
and
expecting
I forgot to hit
this.
the loop button. So there you go.
Whoops.
Shocker, we are not in front of a roaring fire in Christmas tree right now.
We're in front of a Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah.
We have a Christmas tree.
Not the one behind us. though.
Not yeah, and I'm
Shocker,
sorry
shocker.
to be honest. We have the perfect Christmas tree. I have obtained something that I've worked for a long time and never achieved. A perfect Christmas tree. It like had the light shining down on it moment for me.
Oh, there's, okay.
What? What?
Fishcapade says, I need a member back up myself here at some point. Maybe you'll be gifted one.
Yeah,
it could
happen.
I'm still waiting for myself to get gifted a membership. Oh, I cut your chat off too.
See,
Boy.
I'll never get anything because I'm just always where he is and he's watching whatever. And so
What do you mean you don't get anything?
I won't get a membership anywhere because I
Oh.
don't like, I just watch when you're watching. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's just by proxy for me.
Fired guy.
Fire.
We were watching all the Christmas
Oh, yeah.
episodes of The Office the
Yeah.
last day or two.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what we've been doing. But more importantly,
Yep.
I got this little fancy doodad in the mail today.
Look at that. Other way.
Which is not fancy at all. It's really kind of...
It's still good.
it's
Still good.
So this is the new... There's a new plaque or piece of paper is what it feels like for hitting 100K. And I don't want my disdain for this to ruin the mood, but it is very disappointing.
I get it. It's kind of a bummer, and they just did it too. That's what's really annoying. Is
Yeah.
it's
So if
very
you're
new.
unaware, they redid the plaque, made it smaller,
and then tried to play it off like it was like for some reason. Yeah, right.
Oh, it's for global warming.
Yeah, right. Like
Making it smaller for global
cheap
warming.
sons of bees.
So I'm gonna open it. I haven't even opened it yet
Yeah,
because
it's
I
been
don't
sitting
even.
here.
I
Braxton,
don't even
go.
really.
Oh, stop! It's exciting. We're excited.
Bittersweet, but I'm super grateful. Like, don't get me wrong, to all of you
The
Just a little
physicality
disappointing.
of it may be a little rant, but it's still just as important.
It's going to be a wah-wah.
Shut up. It's not going to be wah-wah. They give you a bunch of literature.
All right. Got some nice filter floss here.
Oh, foam. Grill.
A card by Rick. This award was inspected and packaged with great care by Rick. Thanks, Rick.
Good looking out, bro. And there goes.
Oh.
Hey, it's nice.
Do you remember your first subscriber, your 100th, your 1000th? No, because you don't tell me, YouTube. How am I supposed to remember? Your fans may have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe showed up as a recommended video. No matter how they came across your channel, your audience stayed and their numbers increased because you and the community you've built. We're proud to honor your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers with the Silver Creator Award. Congratulations. Who knew I could read, right? We knew that you have many more stories to share with your community, and we know your fans can't wait for you to amaze them. Are you guys amazed?
Are you not entertained?
Maybe entertained, but probably not amazed.
Maybe amazed.
And even more with your commitment and creativity. So keep creating, keep building. We can't wait to see what you'll do next, and we're here to support you along the way. And who knows, when you reach your 1,000,000th subscriber in, well, that would take about 100 years. We may just write to you and ask, do you remember your 100,000 subscriber? Again, no, Neil Mohand, YouTube CEO, because you don't tell us.
How would I know?
I know.
Thanks.
And inside we have this little guy.
Nice. I think it looks nice. It's just smaller.
Oh, man.
Does it feel light?
I'm going to toss that over there because who
boy.
cares?
All right.
It is very chintzy.
Is it really?
Feel that and tell me that's impressive. It used to actually like weigh something.
It's still okay. Yeah, I mean it still weighs something, but it's
plastic.
It's rude that they changed it, but it still is nice. It's nice. Look, it's nice. It's shiny. It's very shiny. I'm still very proud of you. I'm very excited for you. It's a big deal whether it's
I really did not want to put my name on it, to be honest.
Oh,
I really wanted to troll because they let you put whatever you want on it.
And I said no. I was like, it's not going anywhere. You're not gonna put some funky name on it. It's very exciting. Oh, stop it. Okay, well, I'll hold on to that then. Oh, jeez.
It is exciting. I'm not going to lie. It's just
exciting.
Disappointing that after 10 years, I finally hit 100,000.
And it was like months ago that they changed
it.
It wasn't even.
They changed it just for me.
Yeah, it wasn't even. It was really like not that long
Feel
ago.
that and tell me it's impressive.
I didn't even realize. I missed that one completely. I was like, all right, sure thing. Hand it over.
So, yeah, they know what they're doing.
It's exciting. It's exciting. But yes, collusion.
Hang that plaque over the mantle back there.
Hold on. Nail it up. Oh my God, stop it. You're going to accidentally throw it.
Well, it's very fragile, so I shouldn't throw it.
Okay.
I bet you could throw the old one. Is Corey here? I want to know, or is there anyone else here with 100K? I want to know if you could throw the old one.
I've seen cories.
All three of them?
I was going to say, I've seen that, and I know, so that's what I was thinking of was that when I'm looking at, and it just really looks like a smaller version, and I'm sure it's lighter. I've never picked his up, but, I'm sure that it is lighter because it's smaller. It's still very exciting.
Regina says they are so much smaller, so much.
Yeah, it's significantly smaller. Yeah,
it is genuine silver color. That is true, Steve.
It's
Thank
genuine.
You for that, Steven.
I love that. That was very helpful. See the bright side of things. This genuine silver plating.
And I have 100,000 duckweeds.
We have more than that, bro. All right.
Yeah, well, maybe not so much anymore.
That's true. It looks way better.
What's new in the fish room? This is kind of a carryover from Stephen P's stream. So if you were in Stephen's stream an hour ago and we were talking about duckweed, well, he was talking about duckweeds. We're talking about duckweed again today. So I was fortunate. We were fortunate enough to have Corey come over and help in the fish room.
It was very nice of him
to
do that.
de-duckweed, to clean filters.
He wasn't doing fun things.
It was very monotonous.
But it's so nice when people are willing to do those types of things with you because those are the things that make such a huge difference. So it's like not the fun stuff that you're like, oh, come look at the fish or feed the fish. Like, here, come help me clean crap and gunk and duckweed, which is the worst. And it was really... Candy... the reason my nails are done is because I had to go get tires changed, and I had nothing to do, and there was the nail place across the street, and that literally was all I had to do for 2 hours. That is the only reason. That's why I wasn't helping them. Like, I was stuck getting tires changed.
We had some fun car issues. All 4 of the tires, the rubber ripped off the belt. So yeah, that was fun.
We had to get all new tires. And we had to do, it was a whole thing. And I needed the car aligned. So the thing was, where we were going to get all the tires. We didn't get all the tires because I needed to get it aligned anyways. So we had to go back, and it was a whole thing. And I had to sit for 2 hours. So I had nothing else to do. And I was like, what do I do?
We took it to the shop, and they were like, we cannot touch this until you get new tires. Mm-hmm. Technically, we shouldn't even let you drive. Yeah,
it was bad. And the thing that sucks is they're very expensive tires, and they were a year and like 10 months old. And I'm pretty pissed off about it. They're Michelin tires. It wasn't the tire's fault, long story short, but still, I'm not happy. Not happy about it. We're not happy about it, but it's done now. So, but that is why, Candy, I was thinking about you too, because I was like, dang, this like I was by myself, and I literally just walked across the street because of what the hell else was I gonna do? I thought it was raining. Like, what do I just sit here? Can't do that.
I still need mine done though, Candy. So
yeah.
If you're down to clown.
I was gonna say I'd still go and just be annoying the whole time.
Did I pay him though? No.
Pay who?
Corey.
No, he did it out of the kindness of his heart. He just loves duckweed, I think, is what it is.
Dang, that's a quick 25. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. It kind of put a hamper on building stuff for a while.
It was a very, like, it wouldn't have been as obnoxious, I feel. It still would have sucked, but when I just spent the money a year and a half, not even 2 years ago, it's very upsetting because those tires should have lasted at least 4 years. They're really, really nice tires. So I don't play around with my vehicle's accoutrement.
Mike says, wait, the rubber separated from the belts on all 4 tires. So
it was out of alignment.
We had one tire go flat, and we were like, oh, so we just towed it to the place, and they're like, your rubber's off the belt. She went around and felt the other one. She's like, I can stick my finger through the rubber, and then she did the front ones too. And we're like, she's like, I literally am putting my fingers through the rubber.
And it's honestly, I have a car that doesn't belong in the area that it's in, and I'm driving on roads and through like country roads and stuff, and I have a stiff suspension low car that has low profile tires. It's just not meant for whatever, and it was thrown out of alignment, and I knew it, and I didn't get it fixed in time, and it was my fault. That's what's the real, I mean, it wasn't like I did it on purpose, but I knew I needed to do it, and I didn't, and I'm a little preoccupied. No excuse though, not doing that again. That's a hard lesson to learn.
It does feel nice to have new tires.
It does feel nice to have, they look good too. Same tires, just not effed up.
But anyways, back to fish. So Corey and I were working in the fish room, cleaning sponge filters. He was kind enough to replace some of the lift tubes that I had ruined because I'm lazy. And instead of cleaning them, I just drilled the holes out bigger, and which worked. I mean, they didn't clog anymore, but that's not a substitute for being lazy. So he was kind to,
yeah.
Well,
yeah, I
not
gotcha.
really, but
like
yeah.
I'm picking up what's written down.
So he's kind enough to come over and replace a bunch of those. And then while he was cleaning filling one of the tanks, and what was I doing? I think I was still on scooping duckweed duty, and he was like, "Hey, there's fry in here."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, there's a whole bunch of fry up here." And it turns out the fish in the thumbnail, the African banded barb, there was a ton of fry. Babies. So we have a ton of babies growing up, and we're super excited about that.
Ugh, I'm thrilled. I felt like Joey's agent. I was like, you ever seen me excited? This is me excited. I was really excited, like Estelle. Sorry. Go.
So yeah, so that was fun, and I'm on top chat for some reason. Let me fix that. There we go. And so basically what Corey and I are doing. So last week I was at his fish room, and we helped. We're basically helping each other in our fish room, trying to keep us motivated, and it is a lot more fun when you have friends that are interested in the hobby and help out. So
well, now that friend is taking credit for the fry. So
I would never have seen them.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that's why we saw them, because I look in there all the time and I didn't see them.
Yeah, they were all the way in the back corner, hiding behind a sponge.
They're
that
tiny.
He was cleaning, so
yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, they would.
He does get the credit.
They would have been eaten. There's a lot of cichlids in there, so they would have gotten eaten for sure. I'm surprised
by
they
the
didn't.
buffalo heads.
Oh, and the Signatus and they would have got them for sure.
So check that on the bat points that we are not doing because we're not in any clubs.
You know what I love about it and why I'm so excited is because I've never had them spawn before and I've kept them for years and I love them. You just don't see them very much, honestly. So I'm pretty stoked. Like, I can't wait to watch them grow up, and they're gorgeous fish. Tampa Tom.
Thank you so much, buddy. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Get rid of that.
Bappable. There you go.
Bappable.
Salient Aquatic, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
That is a good point. They did spawn in hard water. Take note for all those people who ask, can I spawn? Yes. Same thing with our Drachenfelsai, who we have heard from, multiple places that it's soft water, and rock hard water, they had babies. So it is possible. If your fish is comfortable and having what it needs, life will find a way.
Mike says, I'm a diehard Nido guy. I've had fantastic luck with them in my trucks for many years. I had them on my Corrado. I didn't mind them.
Wait, what? A Nido? Oh.
Nito brand.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I wasn't following the conversation. I had Bridgestone Potenzas for a long time.
Nature finds a way.
They were great, and then I wanted something that handled a little better in inclement weather, and I got Michelin all Pilot all season. Pilot Sport all season, something like that.
32 likes, 81 watching. Don't forget to hit the like button.
Word. Anyone else's video not matching audio?
I can see it on the screen that the audio is lagging, and I don't know why.
I see that now. That's weird.
So
we'll talk
here.
Slowly.
Now you can look at fish instead of our mouths.
That's fun. That is so awkward. I can't even.
Now the audio.
You can't even see me.
Now the audio matches our mouths because you can't see our mouths.
Yeah, our huge mouths.
I'm pretty sure what is happening is the camera is connected via Bluetooth, even though it is directly hardwired into my computer. And with the other problems I had setting up the stream, I didn't have time to fix that. So
I broke it.
For the next time, yeah, something happened where all my software I had to uninstall and reinstall right before the stream, and I was still only 2 minutes late. So there you go. I think 1 minute late actually. Running Water says, I had a Sirocco back in high school, pre-Corrado. Yes, I miss my Corrado very much.
I've never really missed I mean, I loved my 4Runners, but I just didn't get to keep them long enough. I don't think I've ever really missed a car because I never got to have them that long before someone would hit me and total them. So.
It froze for me for a minute and came back. Okay, well, let's see.
Weird. Is it okay?
Are we matching? I feel like it's still a little behind. Yep.
That's annoying.
But whatever. We'll get through it. It'll be better next time. I apologize.
Do better.
It buffered for about 15 seconds. Yeah, I've been having a lot of internet problems lately. It's been very annoying. We had 2 very large storms, and since then, we're randomly losing internet, and weird things are happening.
We don't have the greatest internet anyways. I mean, it's still not always great, but it's been exceptionally crappy.
See what happens when you give Whip a membership?
Damn, everything's falling apart now. It's all falling apart. Your kung fu is unmatched. Yes, 10 minutes later.
Leo says, hi, ACO guy.
Hi, everybody.
So I'm trying to think what else is new in the fish room. Well, nothing, because you can't get fish right now.
Our tanks are way cleaner. I know we were just talking about that, but it is. Yep. We've walked in and every day gone, wow, they look. Those water socks help a lot.
Yep.
Looks good.
Filter socks.
I like water socks. They're because it reminds me of, remember the shoes that everybody wore? They called them water socks.
I do not. That does not sound like something I would ever wear.
We went to the river and my mom didn't want us stepping on broken glass because people are stupid and throw stuff. So we got these water shoes that were meant to go in the water so we didn't hurt ourselves.
Except for mystery snails hatching at 9,200 feet, nature has never found a way on that one. Wow, you almost have to try to not to get those things to lay
Really,
eggs.
though. That's the true story.
Running Water says it's been crazy windy about 2 hours south. Don't tell me that. I hope it doesn't come up here because we're just going to lose power again.
I don't want to lose. Oh my God, I'll be so irritated. You have no idea. I'm over it.
That old ACO elbow grease. Got to bottle that up.
That's right. It does look quite nice. Quite nice.
Just sitting here waiting for a phone call to go push snow.
Oh, yeah. And my name is Mr. Plow. Hey. Back up, Chuck. I love how he comes in 9 million miles an hour drooling, always.
Am I excited to see if Belschnickel thinks you are impish or admirable?
That I forgot about.
Probably impish.
That's funny. Wunderslausch also. I forgot about Wunderslausch.
If you hear explosions, it's just fireworks, so I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's pretty loud.
Annoying.
Tampa Tom says, I restarted YouTube and it fixed the audio for me.
Nice.
All right, maybe a reset will
We
work.
are back. Watch out.
We are back.
We are so back.
We are back.
Can't wait. LFS is holding a second yellowtail spiny eel for me and a mix of different coolie loaches for my 40. Hopefully getting new set. Oh, I love spiny eels. They're the best.
Miss Steenfott, did you bake us cookies? No, brownies.
I make a lot of brownies.
I always ask for brownies, not cookies.
I prefer brownies myself. I used to make cookies every year. I have not done much this year. I haven't done a whole lot. I'm pretty much just counting days now and hanging out because I'm kind of over doing things.
I did nothing and it fixed for me.
Word. I want an Accu so bad, but trying to keep my Powerball down here in California. Yeah, man, I did it. It's not cheap. I did it in a house that was built in 1910 too, so it was not necessarily wired correctly. Yeah, it's expensive as hell. They need really high heat.
Shirley, if you could ask your question again. I did not see it. I'm scrolling up here. Looking for Shirley, and don't call me Shirley.
Brownies are good.
I don't see it, so if you can ask again, please.
Homemade brownies are better. I make my own brownies.
Wunderschlusch.
Wunderslausch. Kapushka. Mein Schuschka. We need to watch that. That I want to watch. God bless that episode.
Oh, so more fry. So my whites and I are now regularly leaving eggs a couple times a week, and hopefully that first batch of them should be hatching. So what I've been doing is just removing the eggs and throwing them in with the eggs of my black Schultzei. And so right now I can't tell which one is which. Now I'm actually keeping them separated. Not that it really matters.
Yeah, but it's still nice to kind of have an idea. Oh, there's more eggs in the 40, the Venezuelans. I forgot to take them out, though.
Schultzei.
Is that what I said?
No, I said Venezuelans.
Oh, that's not what I meant. I was picturing one.
We gotta change the language. They're not black Venezuelans.
I know.
They're
I'm
black
sorry.
Schultzei.
But I can't remember anything, to be fair, so it's my lot in life. Oh.
The good kind of brownies or normal? I don't know. They're pretty good to me.
They're normal brownies. First of all, can I just say, nobody likes the way that kind of stuff tastes.
I have a male killifish so aggressive and the female won't come out of hiding.
Wow.
I've added other ditherfish and it made no difference. Can't breed them like this. What can I do? What kind of killifish?
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. Ooh, cheesecake brownies. I'd like that, but I don't think he would like it. So I've refrained from making them. So,
how do I trigger them to breed which? So the black Schultzei, they will pretty much spawn if I throw in like a pound of food.
Lots of food.
Not always, but most of the time. But they will always spawn when it's raining out. So if it's raining and I throw in like a pound of food, I know I'm gonna have a ton of eggs the next day. The Weitzmanni, I haven't really quite figured it out. So it always looks like they're spawning, but they hardly ever drop eggs. And then, like once or twice a week, I'll walk in there and there'll be like a cluster of about 10 eggs kind of scattered around. And it doesn't. I haven't been able to figure out the trigger there yet, because they've done it when it's raining and they've done it when it's just normal weather. So.
Nothobranchius rubripinis.
Ooh, one that I have zero experience with, but I really love the Nothos. They're so pretty. It's a fish I have to do at some point. I do remember, so we did do a video on them with Cameron, and I remember him saying that they can be kind of ornery towards each other. And he says doing, I believe, getting a group of them, kind of like African cichlids, to spread it around. But I'd have to watch the video again. See if I can find the video.
That's funny, Candy. I was thinking that, yeah, they breed daily pretty much. Yeah, whenever it rains. So yeah, that's why they've been really on hyper mode. Lots of eggs. We've had hundreds of eggs. It's crazy.
I want to see if I can find this killifish video for you, and then you can check it out if you want to. Get shareable link. Okay.
Corinne said after inspo from Corey, finally tackling small annoyances impacting maintenance, installing the sliding drawer, longer tubes, or the canisters to easily pull my Oase Biomaster out. If you don't have easy access and it's not easy to do, you won't. I've said this for, like, this is my biggest thing, is I'm guilty of it, and I think a lot of people are. If it's hard, you just avoid it, and then things get worse. So that's great.
So this video, you wouldn't know it was about killifish because I didn't put it in the title. It's just small fish, stunning colors, because killifish is not a highly searched term, so I didn't want to put it in the title. But that video that I linked, Shirley, is all about different types of killifish. And there's quite a few species of nothos in there, and so you might find some good information there.
Steven said, do cold water changes make a difference to trigger spawning? From my experience with the species I have so far, it's been about the weather and tons of food. Yeah,
so I do warm water changes. So
it doesn't really affect it, I don't think.
Yeah. I've done the cold water thing, but now I do the warm water thing because our fish room runs kind of cold in the winter. So I do warm up the water a bit. But it definitely, when it rains here, it freaking rains. It's very annoying. It floods every time. I mean, our lawn is still flooded from the last rain. So
yeah, it's fun. Yes, Mad Cypress. It's buffalo head cichlids are great. Love them.
Curtis is still mad about this sand situation. Went on the Secrete website and found dealers in my area. Going to start calling them Thursday or Friday, I guess. Huh.
So I do know this, Curtis, just a heads up on this. You might already have this in your head, though. A lot of times they'll only sell them by the pallet at distributors or at places like that. I'm hoping that's not the case. I ran into that when they stopped selling it, or stopped selling a certain brand that I was a big fan of, and it was Secrete also. It was just a different type of sand. And they were like, I was like, oh, I just need one. They're like, oh, yeah, I can get you a pallet. And I'm like, I need one bag. They're like, oh, that's going to be a problem.
Now, I did mention in the Facebook group about the pool filter sand. And I know you said that you don't like it because you have to clean it. But I will say the pool filter sand that I've gotten specifically from Ace Hardware, I've never had to wash. Like, it's always been pretty clean.
That's true. I have gotten it there
But then again, like, who knows if it's going to be the same in your Ace or if you even have Ace. I don't know.
And I do know that it makes a difference color to some people. Like, I am not a huge fan of pool filter sand because I don't like how light it is and that it doesn't have any variation in color, a lot of it. And I don't care for that myself. But I know a lot of people really like that clean, super clean look. I like more of like a natural, like I love our sand. I'm very grateful because I didn't have access to it before either. And when they stopped making my other brand or the other type of sand, I had to use the crap that I had to rinse for 4 days and it still was disgusting.
Okay, Zen Ginger says, oh, I really want some Aspidoras. Are they harder to keep than Cory cats? No. And not only are they not harder, they're probably easier, especially if you consider spawning. I have currently Aspidoras spilotis, which are incredibly dumb animals, and they all swam into the uplift tube of the sponge filter and died. Not all of them. So now all the females did because they like to lay their eggs in current. And so they went into the uplift tubes, couldn't get out, and then died, and I didn't catch them in time. So I only have males left, but they did spawn a lot when they were alive, unfortunately. And then my Aspidoras roachi are in a community tank, and they just spawn communally. And they're very easy to keep. The main difference, I would say, is they're way more active than Corydoras. So if you like a traditional Corydora before the name change, but you want them to be more active, Aspidoras they're on crack. They're just all over the place all the time. They're really fun to watch. And Curtis with the $1 super chat. Thank you, buddy.
Green dose check. Check. Corey said, just dosed my Easy Green. Staying on it in our streams. Yep. Go dose your Easy Green, people.
Mountaintop says 3D printing what is basically a sinking zucchini serving spear, so a fork, for the Rio Itenes bristlenose from Dan's.
I don't know why that's so funny.
I don't know why either.
That's really funny. The way you said it.
Hip Hop Hillbilly no asks, is it frowned upon to mix cory cats due to crossbreeding? I don't think so. Not any worse than tetras or rainbow fish or anything else.
There's different types of cories that live with each other in nature. So
curious as I've got some Venezuelan orange, but also was looking at some laser cories and was thinking they'd look cool together. So
if anything, your Venezuelans are going to scare your lasers.
So yeah, the lasers are notoriously shy, but I wouldn't be surprised if those two can crossbreed because I think they're both in the Aeneas complex.
Aeneas.
Or at least the old Aeneas complex. I don't know about this new Hoplosoma crap. But you only have to worry about inbreeding or crossbreeding if you're selling. That's it. If it's just in a community tank, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'd never cared when anything, like I had Severums that were different types of Severums that would crossbreed, and I'm like, what do I care? I'm not giving these away or doing anything with them.
Regina says, ACO, the Easy Potassium along with Easy Green has really helped my Anubias. The yellowing of leaves is less and less. Yay. And Corey responds says, yes, I'm almost out. I need to order some more. I don't have any of the potassium. We're also out of the food.
We just have iron and Easy Green, I think.
Yeah, we're out of the community pellet.
Yeah, I think did I use the last of that? I might have.
I did. I dumped it all in the Black Schultz eye to get eggs the next day.
There wasn't very much left, though, the last time I used our
Need those 1 pound bags ASAP.
Just buy them by the...
ASAP.
I'll be getting a pallet of those.
A swap huevos. Get this, says Zane. I have a snow white pleco. I found a clutch of eggs and they hatched in a breeder box. Then the next day, out of 6 adults, 2 died spontaneously.
That's weird.
Do you know what sex? It might have been males defending caves. They might have squabbled. Bristlenose are considered peaceful, but again, males will fight over territories just like other plecos.
I have seen some of ours have kerfuffles in the past over tubes.
Mountaintop says that's exactly why I said it like that.
Easy potassium link. Boo, boo, boo.
Oh, Caitlin says I got a co-op gift card from my Secret Santa.
Nice.
So we'll be doing some shopping here soon.
That's cool. That's what a good gift to be given by someone who's actually paying attention.
I think she was doing like the Fish Fam Secret
Santa.
Oh,
is that what it is? I
could be wrong.
Oh, is there? That's right. I think you said that there's a Secret Santa.
The moneyless Maven Shirley again says I have smudge spot.
Smudge spot.
I'm just gonna say similis. Corey's false Julii have broses and albino. I think the albinos could actually be different species. They look completely different than other. So there's like 4 or 5 albino species in the hobby now. So it could be one of many.
I actually had real albino stirbai, and they were some of my favorite ever. I loved them. They're really pretty.
We're all peaceful until our tubes are threatened.
That's right. Get away from my tube.
Yes, Fish Fam Secret Santa. Honestly, if I was in that, I would have just given a co-op gift card too.
But say, who's mad at that? No one. Nobody. That's kind of stuff that, like, I like gifts like that because it's like a no-brainer.
New fry. The African banded barb spawned for us.
Yeah. They are Barbus fasciolatus is their scientific name, or the fire barb, African banded barb. They have multiple common names, but Barbus fasciolatus is what the correct species is.
Zenny says, so thoughts on selling unknown hybrids? If folks ask you to, is it okay because they knew in advance, or no because you're putting them into the hobby? I would never sell hybrids.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't trust. If it was someone I trusted, I might. Like if it was someone that you know is not, but I think that's pretty rare and you don't know what people are going to do with it. And that's how you piss a whole load of people off with that whole situation.
Like if Corey was like, "Oh, give me some of them hybrids," like I would trust him to not
totally.
Like, flood the market.
Right? You know who you can give them to that they're like, "Yeah, I just want to keep some because they're cool or I want to."
With Corey's, it's painfully obvious. Like there's Denny's Pet World in Seattle or Bellevue, wherever down there.
Yeah.
They were selling stirbai and similis crossbred fish, and They looked cool. I'll give them that. They looked really cool, but I'm just like, this is not something that should be just sold to the general public.
Totally. People that have no idea what they are and like don't know what they're
Because eventually, in a couple years, they're going to show up as stir-by on Aquabid, and they're going to be Similis or just...
Yep, some weird
Who
crap.
knows?
Yeah, that's a good thing to suggest. Gift cards to any of those places.
I have a hard time keeping Plecos, and I have no idea why, to the point I won't get any really cool or expensive. So, have you had trouble with bristlenose? Cause
I was going to say, those things are pretty hard to...
They're tanks.
They really are.
And there's some cool ones out there.
I don't even think I've ever had a bristlenose die. Knock on wood.
I've had albinos die, but it's very obvious when they die because the albinos are like yellow, and when they turn like ghost white, they're done for.
I don't think I ever kept albinos. I kept super reds for the most part, was what I had the most.
Jody, no whip sightings yet.
I know. What the hell? Come on, Whip. It's your moment, and you're not here. It's no good. I just love how they all sit there.
If you have hybrid rainbows for sale, message Gary Lang. He loves those. Oof. Well, you can message him because he's never going to read it, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, God.
You have to be someone for him to read them.
That's funny.
Email.
I feel like I'm like that with messages, but not because I like mean to be, just because I'm really bad at that kind of stuff. Whip always comes at the end to beg. No,
I feel
Ross,
like he's been here.
Ross comes at the end. Like,
but he doesn't beg. He's already a member.
He's already, he's got his own membership.
He shows up at 6:00. Hey, guys.
What's
hey,
up,
see
y'all?
You later.
Peace.
Almost, I feel like it's purposely done now.
It's kind of funny.
It's like the long game for the troll.
Yeah. He's going to get us. Watch out.
I wish they didn't choose the genus Gastrodermis. Sounds like diarrhea skin.
Yeah, it does. We had a discussion, I think, a while back when we were talking about it. Like, it sounds like a sickness or a diagnosis of some type. Yeah, if Whip doesn't show up, we're taking his membership back. It's done. I feed super heavy. It's my biggest problem in the hobby. That shouldn't...
Who said that?
Kenny.
Oh.
But okay, unless you're not cleaning your tanks, Kenny, which
that's really a problem.
Yeah, I don't consider that a problem. In fact, I think that can be helpful for a lot of plecos because they don't normally get to the food before everybody else does in a lot of situations, depending on what you keep them with, obviously. But as long as your water's not, crap, which I have faith in you that your water's not crap, it wouldn't matter about. I feed super heavy. We feed pretty heavy. Like, it's not a problem.
Yeah, why hasn't Aquatic Moose got one? That's what I want.
Yeah, that is weird. That is weird.
Aquatic Moose is right now the number one, I guess, subscriber as far as interactions and comments.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense.
So I appreciate Aquatic Moose. Here, I'll try to gift you one.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Keep your fingers crossed.
I'm earmarking this. Does that say gifted? I can't see.
Yes, it does.
I'm earmarking this one for you, buddy.
This one's for you.
I'm even going to put it in the notes.
Yeah, see, Candy's a heavy feeder. I know a lot of people that are heavy feeders. I really think there's nothing wrong with it so long as your water is clean and everything's getting eaten. You can feed heavy if you have stuff to eat it. You know what I mean? That's fine.
I spent $50 on an 11-inch sail fan just to watch it. Someone saw you coming a mile away. You can't even give those things away for free.
Sail fin? Really? Yeah, those are big boys.
Aquatic Moose needs to go immersed. Who got mine? Terry? Welcome.
Terry. Hey, and Krishna. From Nancy. Thanks, Nancy.
Ballroop?
Yep. Krishna Ballroop.
Well, maybe next time.
Overfeeding my snail population is the only way I can get them going. Keeping up on water changes in the tub, however, is something. Why population is down, so I haven't been feeding. We have more snails than... I think I've never seen so many snails as we have in our Shelly tank. And I barely even see them because they're on the bulbitis. But they're everywhere. But yeah, you got to feed heavy if you want snails to keep going.
Jody says, back to family. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you, Jody. We appreciate you so much.
Merry Christmas, Jody. Seriously, thank you for being so generous. That's an understatement. We will see you.
Did you get hip hop
next year?
I feed very heavy too. I feed 3 cubes of food in my 40-gallon every other day, and big pinches of pellets and wafers on off days.
Yeah, we feed a lot. I mean,
Yeah, because
Especially-
she'll go in the morning and feed, and then I go in at
Yeah.
night and feed.
They eat multiple times a day. Like I've mentioned this many times, we do have like our Satanoperca, like a geophagus or any type of earth eaters. It's better for them to eat multiple times a day anyways.
Small meals multiple
Yeah.
times a day.
So they get fed multiple times, and they
And by small meal, I mean like small pellets.
small
like,
pellets.
Yeah.
They can't process large food. If you've ever noticed, I don't know if people notice this with earth eaters, if they try, they'll eat it. If you drop larger food in, they will absolutely eat it, and it will come immediately back out and does absolutely nothing. It's kind of crazy. They can't do it. They're like sperm whales. They have to process it through all the hair-like fibers. Baleen. Oh. It was my LFS, and he could get rid of it, and I have plenty of room. I mean, I've taken things before that I was like, probably shouldn't take this, but you know. Ooh, apple crisp cups. That sounds delicious. I like apple crisps.
We need to get Bob on our Sunday stream sometime. Maybe. I'm going to tell you, like, that's my one day off is Sunday.
Sunday is generally a day for
That's like
nothing.
the one day where I just, like, sit
Yeah.
back and like, but it can happen. Send me an email. We'll try to figure out. I get messages on Instagram, Facebook, and I honestly, I don't even read them. Email's the best way.
Buddy.
Because there's just,
I
I can't
too
keep
much.
up. And the problem is like 99% of them are spam or fake. So it's just, I don't even look. And if you friended me on Facebook, I apologize, but I don't look there either because so much of it is just spam and people trying to steal my account. And so I don't respond to friends requests either. I've got like thousands of friends requests because I quit doing that like 8 years ago. Like it took the first year of YouTube, I was like accepting every friend's request. And then I started seeing all this weird stuff, and like Corey's like, you just can't accept everyone. That's stupid. And I was like, you're right. It is stupid. And then I haven't looked since. So it's been like 8 years since I've gone through my friend's request. So
Yes.
don't be offended if your request is just hanging there. It's just the way I am. I apologize.
Whip, you're somebody. The new phone book's here. You're somebody.
Now Whip is a mod though, so he's not even gonna be green.
Oh,
funny.
wah wah.
Wah wah.
I think Curtis has some bristlenose that originally came from my albino years ago. Like bristlenose are definitely, I feel like one of those species that you have them in tanks and you forget about. You know what I mean? Like they go hide and you forget about them. You're like, oh yeah, I forgot I had that thing for 4 years. There it is.
Whip, you finally got one from Jody.
And shocking that of course it came from Jody. You know what I mean? But the odds were ever in your favor there. Okay, go lay down. I'm being too much of a sucker right now.
Go lay down.
And now look what happened. My Fajaka is about 5 inches now. I wonder when I should start feeding him shrimp. He's on bloodworms 3 times a week. All the snails he can eat.
Go lay down.
I'm sure he's quite happy with that.
Whip, whatever jail you were in,
Yeah, you're
not
out
in
of it.
anymore. Whatever, like the 6-month rule or whatever it is.
You got busted out, man.
Because I saw you got one in Stephen P's channel too.
Mm-hmm. Getting breaded up, buddy. I've had a clown pleco for 4 years and probably seen it 3 times. That's life with a pleco.
Clown plecos are terribly underrated. I get it that they don't
yeah.
come out, but they are probably the hardiest pleco ever.
They're nice.
The stuff my clown pleco has seen and been through is what horror stories are made out of. Because I've had some pretty gnarly tanks, and it's always been right there kicking along. I've had it for probably 8 years now, and he's still there.
It's so nice. I liked my last 2 fancy plecos I had were a zebra. Well, it's not fancy, but a zebra and an L90 397, and I loved both of them. Oh, Fish Tank Barn.
Fish Tank Barn gifted 1 membership. Thank you so much, buddy.
17.
HR puffin stuff.
Can't do a little because you can't do
Fish
enough.
Capade says that's why Panagars are way better than plecos. Well, it just depends.
Yeah, I know some people are really into plecos, and I get it. They are very cool, and I'm not. But I am one of those people I have not spent a ton of money on them because I want to see where my money is going. But I get it.
Did the salt work on the ick? Nope. The tetras they still have ick. They are I think the last thing in that tank that has ick, I believe.
They are. Everything else is fine.
And it's cleared up on a lot of them, but there's still like 2 or 3 of them that are pretty gnarly looking.
It was a really bad case of ick. Like, it was pretty gnarly. And I was very upset about that.
Jay Jones was gifted a membership by Aquarium Co-op.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Thank you, ACO guy.
And welcome.
Who's holding on to some shabunkins for me.
Oh, those shabunkins.
Shaboinkins.
I had shabunkins when I was a kid.
Still got to come pick those up one of these days.
I think they're pretty.
We also got to pick a day this week. Corey, we got to pick a day. Pick a day. Thursday or Friday. You pick. I got one I put in my pea puffers. Had a 20. 2 days later, it was belly up. LFS hasn't got more since. I got one. I put it in. Not sure what he's referring to. Do you?
No. Sorry. I really know. I can't be expected to.
Aquatic Moose says, I think I'm too involved to get a membership. They'll know I'll watch, like, and comment either way.
They got you already.
Yeah, it's really weird how
weird.
People get overlooked.
Because it wasn't like that before. I feel like it made more sense, but you know how it goes. Gray. Yeah, gray, the different spelling of grays annoys me. Quite irritating.
Hip Hop Hillbilly says, clown pleco. Oh, okay. Now I got to read that comment again. I got one. I put it in my pea puffers in a 20-gallon. 2 days later, it was belly up. LFS not coming. I think plecos are probably one of the one fish that I would actually put in a tank by itself when I got them, because a lot of them come in very skinny. They come in starved. They're not getting fed at exporters, importers, or wholesalers. And if they are, they're usually getting fed the wrong fish. And quick side note, if anyone has Melanotania amari, send me a message. I wouldn't mind getting some. But yeah, so plecos, like puffers, these are all fish that I would put in tanks when I first got them. Like, not necessarily quarantine, but to observe and to make sure they're eating, because they definitely get starved in the supply chain.
Made up words be like my classmates skibbity me osteogaster. They're both dumb. Like, I don't. Yeah, the way people talk now, I'm like, what? I don't get it.
Now my green neons on the 125 has some stupid fungus crap, and I can use salt because my plants. That damn power outage using meds. Ready for this to be over. Yep.
No, this is beyond any. I was saying to him, I'm like, I haven't had ick in my life in so long, and not to this degree. Like, it's because we got fungus on a couple of them too, and had to treat with other meds just because they got a secondary infection from having the ick, and then it's so irritating.
Fishcapades, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Kim's Aquarium says, winner of the fish food giveaway. I think that was 3 weeks ago. Thank you so much. It is greatly appreciated by me and my daughter. We both have many nanotanks, and this win is great.
Oh, I'm glad.
Mary, and thanks again.
You too. Thank you.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I didn't get it shipped out sooner.
Gosh, that was the whole thing. Yeah.
But I did not want to pay retail prices, and I lost my business account got deactivated, so I had to wait for approval, and it was a whole big thing. But I did save a whopping $11 in shipping.
It was all worth it.
It was out of spite. I'm not going to pay retail, even out of spite.
It's annoying. Retail is for suckers. They wanted, the immortal words of Cosmo Kramer.
They wanted $24 to ship that, and I was like, ugh.
It's just stupid.
I can't do it, like, out of principle. And then,
knowing that you could get it cheaper is annoying.
With my discount, it was like $10.45.
Yeah. I used to ship a lot of stuff when I sold on eBay all the time, and I was just saying today, I've had the best luck with priority mail. Just USPS priority mail. No, we can't talk about Whip or Melon member stream.
Yep, and he's going to be able to go back and watch what y'all have said about him in the member stream.
Ooh, y'all in trouble.
Ooh.
Telling. Oh, I hated those kids. I'm telling. Shut up. Narcs.
No one likes a narc.
No, and I was always doing something I probably shouldn't have been, so I was like, don't be like that. It's wrong. Getting a generator soon. Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to.
we need a
We have
generator
to
really
get one.
bad.
We have to get.
We have one. We have a generator for the fish room, but not for our house. We need one for our house.
It's ridiculous. Like, I
But,
can't. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
like, the generator can barely keep the room at like 70, but it does get down at night, depending on how cold it is. It can't keep it in the 70s, so
yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do about that.
It's frustrating.
It's never been a problem. I've been here 4 years.
Well, Caitlin said earlier, she's like, there's been more power outages this year than the years combined prior.
So there was one the first year I moved here, we were without power for 3.5 days. That was the longest.
It's a long time.
This is the first year it's been a problem though for some reason. I've never had it affect fish like it did this time.
For me, I've lived in an area in Sacramento where, because I was close to all the hospitals in downtown, and the power never went out. Like, if it did, it was out for like 30 minutes. But the PG&E does rolling blackouts and brownouts all the time where you are out of power for a week or two. They let you know, but still, like, how does that really help a lot of people? Not really.
Lumi says, I'm in sticker shock from sending rice fish to a friend, $273 back in September. Yeah, if you're like,
I would have kept
stuck to pay retail on shipping. It is the worst.
$273.
When we shipped our puffers to Mountaintop, they wanted like $260,
I think it was,
or something. And then again, I had to get a discounted rate and got it down to like 80.
And
but
still, it wasn't.
It's brutal. Shipping is brutal these days.
Where do you guys get your North Fin? We got it from Salient.
We got
Aquatics.
it directly from North Fin.
Yeah.
Which I'm very, very grateful because North Fin is a spendier fish food.
So good though.
But yeah, everything. So they sent us like a little bit of everything, and the only thing that wasn't a hit was the algae wafers.
Which whatever. I mean,
no one makes good algae wafers.
No.
So
and they're, to be fair, their ingredients in them are good, but nothing seemed to be that excited.
Too much, I think it's too much spirulina.
Yeah,
no one wants to eat spirulina.
Spirulina is my fish never, if anything had spirulina in it, they would turn their noses up at it. They wanted nothing to do with it every time.
I got powdered spirulina once because I was like, this is going to be like, because it's really small, really fine. I'm like, this is going to be perfect for my rainbow fry, and then nothing ate it.
No, it's so
frustrating.
And
I was like, what the heck? And then I tried some of it, and I'm like, no one's going to eat this.
This is crap. No, thank you. Yeah, the rice fish were not even, I was going to say, I don't know what kind of rice fish they were, Lumi, but God, I would have just kept them at that point, $273 for, jeez Louise. Ugh. I use Shippo. They have different, like, services, I feel like. I used to use one at my old job for logistics it was a lot cheaper than.
I like having a business account because I have, like, a direct line to talk to someone. And that makes it easier if I have
a big difference.
Issues.
Oh, there you go. Whip gets his North Fin from KG Tropicals. There you have it. You can get him at KG Tropicals. You can get, I don't know where else you can. I don't, because I'm not sure, but it's good stuff.
Wait, who said that?
Whip. Said you can get it from KG.
And I know the Fish Room ABQ, who owns a store in New Mexico, sent me some cories. And that was like $200 and some.
Good God.
I think it was like $189 for overnight shipping.
It makes me sick to my stomach, is what it does. It's crazy.
What I don't like is people hating on the businesses, like, oh, Dan charges too much for shipping.
No, it's not.
No,
yeah,
like,
it's not Dan. It's not anybody.
Trust me, there's people out there that are making money on shipping and handling, but I would never work with a company that does that.
It's not. Yeah, it's. And frankly, even companies that I'm not like a huge fan of, but I know how much they charge to ship, it's pretty on par. Like, live animal shipping is expensive as hell now. It's just the way it is.
Davo says, I'm almost out of bug bites. Does Northfin make a version? Yep.
Bug Pro. So good. So good. Really like it a lot.
I also really like Bug Buffet, but I realize that's from Australia, so it cost $1 million to get here.
It is really good, though.
But that is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I love a big pellet that's soft.
Yeah.
Versus like the Bug Bites big pellets are like super hard.
Bug Pro's harder too, but the fish love it. To be like, they all love it.
Seen a bit early today. A guy was talking about putting scuds in your tanks. Any cons to them? I know they help break stuff down, but he didn't have much to say. It's really hard to keep a scud colony going in an aquarium. If you have like a 55-gallon bucket or an extra aquarium on the side, sure. But in my opinion, it would be almost impossible to pull off a scud colony and fish in the same tank because they're just going to eat through it all.
Yeah, Steven, that pisses me off. Box fees where they charge you for heat packs that should be included in the shipping price. That pisses me off. That is annoying as hell.
I could go either way. If the shipping is cheaper,
okay, but it's not.
Fine.
Like, I mean, but yeah.
Well, it really depends on the company whether they build it into the price or not. But if your shipping is already expensive and then on top of that you're charging box fees and all these other fees, it's very annoying.
The only time I've ever seen that box fee is when it's already as much as it should be. And I'm like, you guys are just getting greedy. I've never seen it to where I was like, oh, you're charging nothing. And I wish. The only thing I will not overnight.
Shirley is back. Said the video basically only said what you guys said about the rubra penis. They can also be aggressive to each other. The bigger the numbers help. $25 per pair. I'm not sure that's possible for me. Yeah. The only other thing I can suggest is, I don't know if your tank is planted, but lots of plants, lots of hardscape, line of sight breaks, so they have a place to hide and get a little reprieve if one is being a little angry. I think that would be your best bet.
That's weird, Whip. Maybe, okay, I will be honest. I bought one thing as an experiment, and it wasn't even it was kind of an experiment, but from Predatory Fins years ago. And it was a spotted Congo puffer because it was $80, and their shipping was $50 flat rate at that point. And so I got a spotted Congo for $130 out the door. And granted, they didn't have it when they sold it to me, which is cool. I loved that. Found that out when they didn't ship it immediately, but it was healthy.
So they sell fish that they don't have in stock.
Yep.
And all I have to do is take one look at their website to know that they're not the most honorable business people when they're stealing other people's content, i.e. mine.
Yeah.
So don't use pictures of my fish to try and sell your fish that you don't even have in stock.
I was quite frustrated when I reached out after like a week and a half, and I was like, hey, I'm not in like a huge hurry, but what's up with my fish? And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. We don't have it here. And I'm like, okay, I already know. Like, that was it. I read that, and I'm like, okay, never again. Like, never again.
Kirk says, Candy says, Bug Buffet is the bomb biggity.
It's good stuff.
I just can't see Candy saying bomb biggity, but maybe.
What, that's not naturally flowing out of Candy's mouth in your mind? No? It's the bomb.
Biggity.
It is good stuff. It's just hard to get your hands on.
Gotta do a group order.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where find other people who want to go in on it with you and that are close because it's going to cost you. I just posted a bunch of pictures of my blue Galaris on the co-op forum. Cool. Okay, maybe I said that. What, you improvised a little bit there, Kirk, did you? That's funny. That's okay. Ooh,
I honestly have no idea. I have no idea how much bug bites are, but I can't imagine it being Bug Buffet, not bug bites.
Are you talking? Someone asked the price of bug bites?
No, I'm just saying. Like, I guess it's unfair to me just assume it's expensive, but shipping from Australia cannot be cheap.
No, I wouldn't assume.
So if anyone has bought Bug Buffet and had it shipped, let me know like how much it
I know a lot of people use transshippers and stuff for that, or shipping services for shipping from like Europe or Australia or wherever, which can be, I've heard good things and bad things.
Christopher says, I really like the Bug Pro. My fish seem to eat it better than Bug Bites.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Bug Bites also. I just think Northfin is a little better.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Just based on the ingredients list, I would probably agree with you.
Yeah. They have great ingredients. What is happening? What is he doing? I love when he does that. I considered ordering some, but I don't have enough fish that would actually make it worth it. $450. Oh, yeah.
$65. Oof.
That's a lot. That's kind of what I was thinking.
$25 for shipping from Australia. Man, that's like 2 bags of food.
Yeah, that's interesting. You'd have to be I'd need to be buying like 10 bags or more.
We'll see. Now we're getting conflicting info. It's only $13 to have it shipped directly from Australia.
Well,
Kirk's on the West Coast. He might be on the East Coast, so it might. I don't know.
I'm checking right now.
Okay, I'll believe this. Bag size you have, Bob, because I actually got the bag from Corey. $44 for the food, $16 for the shipping. So yeah,
So the
that's
food's just
$60 for a bag of food is a hard pill to swallow.
I was gonna say that's just what's expensive then is
but
the food.
I do really like it.
So 900-gram bag is the biggest bag that he makes, huh? Add to cart. Check out.
Has anyone used the co-op magic food yet? Yes. And if so, how does it
Word.
compare to fancy guppy size fish food? I don't know what that is.
What's that?
Fancy guppy fish food?
Is that just a general statement, or I don't?
Is there actually a brand that sells fancy guppy?
Yeah, it probably, but I can't. I wouldn't know.
I can tell you, I'll go out on a limb, and just knowing the ingredients, I would say the co-op one is better.
I would guarantee it.
Co-op fish food, we were at Petco today looking at food, and the amount of ingredients that are in food these days is even food that we eat. I don't want to get on that train, but is ridiculous. So the fact that the co-op food has 4 ingredients is pretty.
It's as limited as it gets, my friends.
It's a lot. Oh, Hikari fancy guppy food. I've never used it.
So on Keeping Fish Simple's website, the largest size bag they sell of it, of the Bug Buffet, is $81, and to get it shipped here internationally is $23.
So over $100.
Yeah. If you want to get, because I wouldn't get anything smaller than that if I'm ordering that. I'm getting the biggest thing they make.
Co-op says it's smaller than Hikari fancy guppy food.
It's pretty small. And it just...
Lumi says magic is amazing. I have not seen one person not like the magic food. Sickles 23. Kirk says magic food is awesome sauce. You're doing it again. Go lay down.
I can't help it. A dog's in front of me and I pet it. It's just the way it goes.
Keeping Fish Simple has a 50-gram bag for $9. Yeah, but 50 is not a lot.
I would never, if I'm ordering that and paying $26, I'm getting the big one.
Which sucks because we really like that channel.
Yeah.
We really like his channel.
I was saying very nice things. I was like, I am annoyed by so many people and not by, he seems cool to me.
It just sucks that, we have a fish tuber we actually like, and we can't afford to support him.
Maybe at some point we'll take the plunge, but right now we have other places that money is going.
And he was actually going to come to our fish room.
Oh, yeah.
But that was the same weekend we got married, so that didn't work out.
Priorities.
But we probably could have got some at that.
Yeah, damn it. Why did we get married weekend?
He only paid $2,000 to fly out here to gift us some bug buffet. I don't know.
I like the way he keeps his fish. It's fun to watch. So
Whip, I don't think you'll regret it. It's definitely worth it.
It's really good stuff. Yeah. We don't have a date when we're moving. We said this. We said it a million times.
Who's asking?
Leo.
Oh, Leo. We don't have a date.
We don't have a date.
Whenever it happens, it happens.
As soon as we can. Yeah. But whenever. Not like we can do it overnight. We got a lot going on.
Nick has always been a super sweet kid. I don't think he's a kid anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the mustache. Yeah, the mustaches are making a comeback. Or the pedo stash.
I think I was just saying to him that when I first saw his videos, he was living, I don't know if he still does or not, but he was living with his parents and he had tanks in his parents' house.
Oh, no, I gotta look up the mustache.
It was pretty funny.
I don't remember.
And it was honestly nice because even then in that situation, I feel like he was doing a good job with his fish. This was before all the...
To Cooley for Schoolie says, my green neon rasboras and threadfin rainbows adore the magic food.
I bet.
I feed it to almost everything, whether they're
big,
nano
small,
fish or not.
They still like it.
Because every one of our tanks has cories in it, and cories will sift through the substrate all day for that stuff. Once it finally makes it to the substrate.
Hungry fish will eat when there's regardless of if they want it, they'll eat it. It might be we've had pikes that are quite large eat small, very small granules and seem happy about it. So
the mustache Ponch and John had back in '84. I must ask you a question.
I did it again. God, I can't help it. Go away, Arlo. Go.
Is your Northwind Bug Pro the little wafer I'm looking at online? No, it's a pellet, right?
Wait, which one? Sorry.
The Bug Pro.
No, it's round. They're granules.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, they're granules. They're small granules.
Yeah, so it's a pellet.
Pellet granule. Yeah, I say granules because pellets I think of as being like shaped, and granules are like just.
Oh, like the round.
Yeah, exactly.
Like see, I call that a wafer.
I guess. Well, yeah, that you could call. Yeah.
What does it take for us to get a custom gray is okay emoji? Gray is okay emoji? I don't know that I could fit that all in one little emoji. They're already really small.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I can make a gray is not okay.
Oh, boy. He decided not to sell the shop. Who? What?
Oh, I didn't even know he was trying to sell it.
Oh, well, good. That's... you too, Hunzen. Even as a kid with very few subs, he responded. Just want to do a comment of mine, walk me through some pleco breeding tank. He really does appreciate the hobby. No, that's what we were saying is he's someone who seems to really enjoy and appreciate the fish, and he takes care of them, and it's just nice.
So you can watch his videos and know, 1, that he's knowledgeable, 2, that he actually cares.
Yeah.
3, he makes really good content, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And you compare that to like the Florida idiots
I've gotten
who are just awful, but somehow get like all the views. It's really soul crushing.
I actually watched when I was keeping alien bettas and just a couple different types of bettas that they were a little bit cooler than just a normal Splendens, but I watched his videos on how he bred his because I was curious, and they were really helpful videos. I very seldom find videos that are actually helpful to me, which I know sounds ridiculous, but really it's hard. And I was like, this is actually quite helpful.
So here's the problem. Corridor says we'll make do with the gray heart. Custom emojis are only available to members. So creating a custom emoji for the grays is probably not going to work.
Suck it, Trebek.
But it looks like you already have a gray heart, so there you go.
There you go. You found it.
We'll make do with the gray heart. There you go.
Found it.
We appreciate the grays just as much.
Yeah, we do. My angelfish and blue glarus love the North Fin Bug Pro. Yeah, it is. I actually really like the tub. It comes like I feed it a lot to our 125, and they really enjoy it.
Oh, I know the Florida idiots can't stand those guys.
See,
I know. Corey showed me a new Florida idiot that I didn't even know about with like 1 million and some subs. Million, I don't know, but they were over 1 million subscribers, and it's just like,
yeah,
this is the problem with humanity.
Well, and I hate to equate like, because this is not fair at all, but like all the, if you're like the 21-year-old people that are new to the hobby, and they're usually the Florida idiots that just get these massive amounts of subscribers super quickly and torture fish and all that horrible stuff.
I report them for animal abuse,
yeah,
but YouTube doesn't care.
But they're the ones who, but that's why I'm so impressed with keeping Fish Simple, because he is in that same age group, and I feel like does the exact opposite, which is very rare, because he probably could have done what everybody, you can get a lot of views and a lot of subscribers doing the dumb stuff that those idiots do. It's just it's disgusting.
Jenna says, are those people who find ornamental fish in an abandoned pool? Yep. Or the what was the one that I showed you?
Fish. I hate it when they
fish
put
in
them
a
through
vending machine.
Oh, fish in a that's right.
They put fish in a vending machine.
I can't
and
even.
Somehow that's not animal abuse. Like, I don't know how.
It's making YouTube so much money. That's why they don't care. It's so upsetting to me. Like, the first thing that ever was horrible was that the fish like tunnel. What was it where they were sucking?
Oh, who's that idiot? I don't even. That idiot. The fish roller coaster or whatever.
That was
with
what
the goldfish.
I
reported that for animal abuse too.
That is disgusting. It's just
there's the good news is that I don't even remember.
Yeah,
so they didn't leave a mark.
That's disgusting.
In my brain.
I can't even. Something's wrong with people who do things like that to animals. Like, what is wrong with you? You think they like that? They're not salmon. All right, this is not a natural thing. You are. Here's
what's worse. Maybe like catering to the idiots obviously paid off, because they put fish in a vending machine. They hand taped like the options over the vending machine. It's clearly fake, clearly set up, and people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they sell fish in vending machines."
Who
how
buys
is that real?
this?
Like, how do people get fish this way? Like, they believe that it's real.
It makes me want to vomit in my mouth. Ohio Fish Rescue flat out called out one of those guys. Well, they should always. Everyone should be calling them out. No one should be supporting that or trying.
If I could remember their name, I would call them out.
Who was it? Oh wait.
There's so many of them,
no,
and they're all in Florida too.
It's Catch 'em all.
Oh yeah,
Catch 'em all.
He's one of the idiots
Yeah,
for sure.
the other one who's his friend, who I can't remember
There's
what
a
his
whole
name is.
gaggle of them in Florida.
Something Slam. There's like somebody I remember his friend. They both did horrible things together. So it's just gross. And it's just like, and they all look the same and they all act the same. It's all the same BS. Oh yeah, Paul Cafaro. There's just like
I had a little bit of hope for Cafaro
yeah.
when he first hit the scene.
At first, it seemed like he could have gone one of either
But then when he
ways.
started dumping in garbage bags full of
Yeah.
African cichlids into cycled tanks.
I feel like when fish channels start showing the multiple Ferraris you've purchased within like a year, it's gone a different way than I'm interested in. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about that. Like, I'm here to see fish, and you're now because you've bowed down to a different side. Yeah, Joey Slam, that guy. Yep.
Nerd called out a couple of those guys for finding the same python.
No.
Yeah, so they have the same python that they put in a sewer and then just like find them magically.
You can tell when someone finds something organically. It's so easy. This is why I don't understand who's falling for this stuff. Like who? Why?
I had someone send me a video of someone rescuing a fish from a storm drain. Pretty sure at least one of them was saltwater, and the other ones for sure would never be found together, even in Florida.
Or
exactly. What was the other one I saw? Buying the creepiest fish off the dark web, and it was an oxalotl. Like a 20-minute video, and like at the end, they finally show an oxalotl that is, one, not a fish, and two, like not the creepiest thing you can buy on the dark web. By any means.
Yeah, like just, a kidney would be the creepiest thing.
But it had like 1 million views. It's just
because people just are that gullible. That has to be it. I have no idea.
But anyways, I guess that's enough crapping on people for one stream. We'll try to bring it back around to the positive side.
Calm down. I'm getting a little bit worked up over here. Fish channel with a Ferrari. Well, Paul Cafaro bought I think it was a Ferrari, some supercar, and just like made videos about it. I'm like, I thought this was a fish channel. Like, what are you doing? It's weird.
I think Cafaro has turned the corner. I know you haven't watched in a while, but he was on a Keenan episode just recently, and he's grown up a little. Well, I kind of lost respect for that guy too.
Camp Kennan kind of lost me. Yeah, when people get to a certain point, it seems like
so the problem was here's my problem. One, he said that he would never do collabs with these idiots,
and he does all the time.
And then he started doing the collabs because they started getting him lots of views and subscribers. So.
Yep.
If he wouldn't have said anything from the start, sure. But to specifically say, I'm not working with these people because they're terrible, they don't know how to keep animals, and then now you're doing collabs with all of them because
he doesn't need, frankly, for the setup he has, I don't think he ever needed any of them. He could have gotten those numbers being legitimate and working with people because of what he possesses.
Oh, we're just jealous because we don't get the views. Blah, shut up. Sorry, we care about animals.
Yeah, it's.
But anyways.
Yeah.
What else is new? Grievance airing is supposed to be on the.
It is Festivus. This is fine to be doing today, you guys. It's fine.
Yes.
It's the airing of grievances, and I've got some words for people. So there we go. No, it's gonna be both streams. It's all day long. Festivus is not over until midnight. My cousin and I always send each other a happy Festivus greeting. We haven't missed it. I haven't done it yet. I need to do it.
Yeah, no jealousy there, Bob. It's a real silver-colored plaque.
That's right.
Yes.
In the flesh, right there.
On the floor.
Is he maybe trying to educate them?
Calling
no.
the jelly school.
I don't think so. I think he's trying. I think that the point of that was because there's more people watching their channels that are now watching his channel because of the collab.
And if it is, it didn't work.
No. Well, that's the thing. Like I said, look what he has going. You don't need that BS in your life. Just have these cool enclosures with all these animals, and you don't need all the other garbage, really. I've got a grievance or 7. Well, I have a few most of the time. Festivus is a holiday from Seinfeld. If you look up Festivus and Seinfeld, it'll give you the whole backstory. It's George's dad. He celebrates Festivus, and there's a whole thing behind it. So
Mike says, thankfully, all those channels disappeared from my feed a long time ago.
I don't see anything about them because I wouldn't. But
and then whatever. Let's just change the
subject. we could really
just
go down a rabbit hole.
Anyone have any fish questions?
Yeah, what's going on
that are not related to the full Florida idiots?
Yeah.
And why is it Florida? It's always Florida.
Always
Although someone said there's some in Texas too. So
Florida's worse. Never watched Seinfeld. Oh.
To be fair, I never watched Seinfeld till way after it was off
I
air.
was raised on Seinfeld. That was a big. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because it's fun to say salsa. There's stuff in my house that we just always said growing up, like because we watched Seinfeld from jump.
Festivus is a secular holiday celebrated on December 23rd as an alternative to the perceived pressures and commercialism of the Christmas season.
Got the poll out.
I love the Christmas season, though.
Yes, he does. It's great. It's a good time of year. It's just a lot, and I get very frustrated with lots of people. The herd mentality bothers me. Frank Costanza and Jerry Stiller is who played him. Yes, was an amazing actor. Very funny man. They said, I was watching some backstory that was like, the reason why Frank always looks up like this is because he could never, that's how he remembered his lines. So that's how he made the character. And they're all like, it would have been horrible if he didn't do that. But he would look up because that's how he remembered his lines. So you always see Frank doing this. And that's why. Pretty funny. It's my favorite sitcom ever. What's up with that? Oh, stop.
I was listening to an interview from a writer of Seinfeld, and the Festivus episode was something his family actually did before it aired. I feel like most of those things actually happened.
So Larry David is a lot of the things, because I remember I was watching Jason Alexander, who plays George, talk about Larry. He's like, when I was trying out for the role, I remember saying nothing like this would ever happen to a real person. And Larry looked at me and was like, what are you talking about? It happened to me. Like, this is a real thing that happened. Like, a lot of the stuff that George goes through happened to Larry David because he's supposed to be George. So
I have a rainbow that obviously has swim bladder issues. It's been flopping and swimming goofy for about a month now, but it's eating. Am I being cruel for letting it live out its life? That's a tough question. My rule of thumb is if it's still eating and doesn't appear to be in pain, I realize like walking around in circles all day would be very annoying. But if I'm not in pain walking around in circles, then I'm fine. And that's kind of how if it looks like they're in pain, then I do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
But if they're eating, if they're somewhat active and just swimming in circles, I'll let them live out their life.
a lot of people think Seinfeld's not funny. You are not the first person to say that.
Yeah, my mom hates Seinfeld.
I know a lot of people that are like, I don't understand it. My sister doesn't like a lot of people just don't get it, don't understand it. To me, I like very, very dry humor. Very like I like a lot of British shows because I like Absolutely Fabulous is one of my favorite shows to this day. Very dry. Love it. And Curb, that's another like real stuff that's happened to
I like Curb better than Seinfeld.
I like them both, but Seinfeld was just such a huge part of my childhood. I think that's why I have a special place in my heart for it. The squad leader who spoke in Seinfeld quotes, he hated me. That's funny. I've said this before. My best friend and her cousin, brother, and mom, we've had an ongoing Seinfeld text thread for a decade, forever. It's been going on forever. Yes. Favorite sitcom too, Regina. Love it. Love it. Arlo. Oh, Jesus. That's such a gross sound.
If you think it's trapped air, you could try venting them. It works for saltwater fish, and there's a video to show you how to do it. I would guess it's more likes to do more harm than good.
Be reticent to do that.
More likely to do more harm than good.
I feel like it probably is a swim. We've had issues with rainbow fish that had that going on, just swimming like weird. And
Whip says, if y'all don't like Seinfeld, y'all are sinners because Jerry is God.
He's a funny guy. He is a funny guy.
I'm not really a fan of comedian in Cars.
I liked it, but I liked I loved the episode with Dave Chappelle. Jerry Seinfeld hanging out with Dave Chappelle is still, I've really enjoyed watching that.
Lumi says, I have a handicap retirement tank for my little oddball. Yeah, we have one too. Mm-hmm. I think at some point when you get enough tanks, you eventually, everyone has that tank.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a fish room without a tank like that.
Absolutely Fabulous is awesome. Agreed. No one ever knows what that is.
Hip
And also
hop.
the Mighty Boosh.
Hillbilly says, okay, y'all, I'm out of here. Gonna jump on the Xbox for a bit before bed. Laters. Hope y'all have a very Merry Christmas. Thanks, you too. Have a
Hope whatever
very
you're playing, you win.
Merry Christmas.
Very Merry Christmas to you. Oh my God, that sound is the worst. Now I want to know what you're going to play on your Xbox. I guess I'll never know. People over organic brain diseases, dementia, and humans, why can't we fish and just love their quirky behaviors? Each is unique, just like us. I mean, like he was saying, if we're still referencing illness, if they're seemingly comfortable, I guess would be, or as comfortable as they can be. But if it's like, something bad.
Path of Exile 2, I won't win.
Godspeed. Grew up on AbFab. Me too. It's my mom and my grandma watched it. That's how I started watching it.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a British comedy about these two drunk, drugged
the
up
only
idiots.
British show I like is the IT Crowd. I don't know why. I've tried the Office.
Did you ever
is
watch
terrible.
Flight of the Conchords, which isn't British, but
no,
it's pretty funny.
I've tried to watch British shows, and the IT Crowd is the only one that I've ever found really
love
funny.
bone dry. Like, I want it to be. I get like a lot of the stuff I watch other people watch, and they're like, "This is." I don't even get what's happening, and I'm like, I'm laughing hysterically the whole time. It's just different strokes for different folks.
When the guys from the IT Crowd are trying to dismantle that robot bomb thing, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's operating on Windows Vista. We're all dead." I lost. Oh, I just
Windows
lost
Vista
it.
was. I'm surprised it didn't destroy the world. Frankly, it was the worst thing that ever happened to, like, anything. It was awful. Okay, go. You're doing it to me again. Go.
Jerry Seinfeld's comedy is very 90s.
Yeah, it's
And
a very
not like-
specific type.
He doesn't do like catchy or edgy. He doesn't do like dick and fart jokes. And I appreciate that, because a lot of to me, those kind of jokes are lazy.
He's a smart
I do them all the
comedian.
time, and I'm lazy, so I know.
And low hanging fruit. Like, I like the really, like, you gotta work for it and really think about it. I hated the Bee Movie. I just, to be fair, I did not like that movie at all. But to me, that wasn't indicative of Jerry Seinfeld. Like, I think of Seinfeld. Like, that's what I think of. I also like his stance on a lot of, like, the way he is with a lot of things. I like his approach.
Ooh, here's
to
a
it.
good question. I'm assuming this is about fish, but Fishcapade says, Steenfott Aquatics, what's your new obsession, or rather kick? It was cories. Now it's Baddis and Hillstream loaches. And I own 0 because I'm waiting for the move. I'm waiting for the new fish room, but I'm telling you, the new fish room, I'm going to go Baddis and Hillstream loaches, and it's going to be fun. Too Coolie for Schoolie says, IT Crowd for the win. Ant was a knockoff of A Bug's Life. That tends to happen a lot, though. I was just telling you the other day, like Wyatt Earp, terrible knockoff of Tombstone. And Wyatt Earp came out right after, just like
We owned
Ants.
Tombstone, so... We owned Tombstone, so I
No,
never really...
we own Tombstone.
Well, my dad got it. I think we got it from my dad.
Well, I
growing
got
up,
it too, so you still own it.
Bully for you.
And I was watching it the other night while you were sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
So many good one-liners.
Doc Holliday is my favorite.
Oh, see, I'm up too high. You can see the watermark because I'm too cheap to pay for the software.
Why, when you can just crop it out? What is that show that is the Canadian show?
When is the so-called move going to happen? We don't have a date yet. We're just hoping next spring.
Yeah.
Ish.
Like summer, spring. Before fall would be ideal. Yeah. Although I wouldn't hate missing a Sacramento summer, which goes until October. It's very hot.
Tombstone is the best. It is by far the best Western.
It's a really good movie. I mean, I loved it because, like I said, my dad had it growing up, and I loved it. The cast is, like, unbeatable. I mean, how can you... It's wonderful.
Perfect casting.
Yeah.
All around.
Yeah, it was a really good cast.
Probably the only movie I like with Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, really? I like Sling Blade.
Never seen it.
It's good.
How was the
he
Milk
did a good
Snake?
job. Really good. So it's funny. I gave her food today, and I uncovered. She likes to get under her bowl, and so she was under her bowl. I uncovered her. I put her food next to it. She didn't want to do anything. I left for like 20 minutes, walked back in there, and she had her head out. Like she's just slowly creeping towards it. She looks great though, and she's a sweet little snake. I really love her.
Zen says, and there was like 3 Apocalypse Freeze movies. Yeah, like the day before, the day after tomorrow. Or no, that's the South Park one. The day after tomorrow.
The day before, the day after tomorrow.
Like,
when Cartman's World War Z and all that.
There was 2 Armageddon movies. Yep. The oh my gosh, all volcano movies at the same time. I remember that.
Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones.
Unoriginal.
Although I love Tommy Lee Jones, so.
So a whole year before you move forward. Well, not a whole year. I hope it's not a whole year.
Yeah, no.
If we're still sitting here in December, then we got problems.
6 to 8 months, probably.
But I still have fish I'm working with, so it's not like I'm just sitting with no fish. So I'm still doing my cories.
Yeah, there's still a lot of stuff. We have tons of animals still, so.
Yeah, so.
No shortage there, believe me.
And I have no qualms of getting them sooner. We have a lot of extra tanks because we've gotten rid of a lot of stuff in preparation. If there's ever funds for it, then I would get them earlier.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Tombstone is with Kirk. Wyatt Earp is with Kevin.
Yeah. Word. The plot of moving, but no date is a struggle, is holding off building my new pond and finally caved in September. Well, we definitely are we're not doing anything crazy before we have a different setup. So it's pretty much downsizing or making things more user-friendly and easy to maintain in the interim. Yes, we do have other snakes. We have garter snakes. That's the only other snakes we have right now. I'd love to get hognose again. I miss my hognose. They're fun. But the milk snake's great.
If I didn't have the printer, I'd use a fork. Yeah, you could just print a fork.
I was going to say, when you have a 3D printer, you're like, why not just print this new apparatus that may or may not exist already?
Watched Seinfeld when my hubby was alive. He loved it.
It's a good one. It's just very comforting to me. Like when I hear the music, I'm like, it makes me feel like I'm like 8 years old.
Okay, I'll bite Candy.
What?
To see his fork.
Oh.
Yes, I'm sure I want to leave YouTube.
How often do king snakes shed? Mine looks like he might be going into shed. Usually about once a month, depending on how much you're feeding them. If they're eating a lot, then they'll probably shed sooner. If they're getting proper moisture, they'll shed more regularly.
3D printed zucchini spear.
So what you're
are we like the only ones missing out on this 3D craze printing?
Apparently. What you're talking about is your snakes in blue, and that's right before they shed. That's what they call it, as being in blue, and that's when they get the blue caps over their eyes, and it's right before the shedding process begins.
Oh, you know what? I might be able to show everyone what that looks like. Let me see if I have the technology.
Skedaddle out of here, buddy. I don't want to tell you no.
Go lay down. I can show it. Here you guys go.
Look at that little guy.
Yeah, there we are.
This little guy right here. Don't worry about that little guy right there.
Little guy.
That's there you go. That's perfect. Little block with a little spear on it and some zook.
Let's see what other people are making. I don't know what this doodad is. Someone's printing a lot of stuff here. I don't know what that was.
What's falling from the...
Yeah, they have this thing on the forums.
What is that?
Snow? Candy? Like, what are we
is that
here?
what that... Okay, I'm like, am I having...
I saw it the other day when I was on there, and I was like, what is wrong with my
monitor? They tell me to worry about floaters and stuff, and I'm like, I hope everyone else is seeing this, and I'm not the only one that's, like, seeing these things, but I'm glad... Okay.
Oh, this is the what did you get done today. There's a specific area for 3D... I'm trying to get to the top. Come on. Oh, I got to sign in. I'm not going to do that here. Give that puppy a chair and microphone.
Well, now one of them's right underneath me, so.
I have not had a 3D printer either. I feel like everyone has them now.
My husband won't move until the house fully falls apart. 2 roof leaks currently. I am not fixing it until he sets up my ladder. Oh,
Corey loves it. You know his love for snow. That's exactly. At first, I thought it was rain, and then I was like, "Oh, it's snow."
I thought I was having a stroke, so I'm glad to hear that it's not the case. That's good.
I thought your graphics card broke. That's funny.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what's happening? Not gonna lie, I love that Mexican blanket under the tank. Those are good blankets.
Oh, is there a dark mode?
Oh, is there?
I always put things.
I was gonna say,
mode.
when do you not put things in dark
Probably have to
mode?
sign in for that.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Oh no, it's right here. Yeah, there it is.
Wee-oo.
Oh, you can turn the snow off.
Oh,
Enable snow effect. There you go.
that's cool. At least you have an option.
Look at all this stuff you can do.
Amazing.
Now it definitely looks like snow.
Yeah,
on the black background.
Yeah, before it just looked like a glitch or something. Sorry, you're laying right there.
Please send me all of those rainbows. Yeah, there's some that I want.
Hi, go away. No, Braxton. No. Oh, for the love of Pete. You say one's name and you activate the other one.
I didn't turn the snow off. I just said that there's an option to turn it off. I would never turn that off.
I just am glad I wasn't seeing that, and I'm I'm the only one, so it's all good now.
Arlo, come here. Come here.
He never leaves me alone because he knows I'm a sucker. Dogs know immediately when they meet me, like, oh, this one can't say no.
Get up. Oh, there you go.
Uh-oh. His passy. He just goes out of nowhere. Get it.
Now they're going to fight over it.
No, he's just going to drop it in front of him in like 2 minutes. Yep. There it is.
I just found out there's a dark mode for all my apps on my home screen, and I love it.
Dark mode's the only way to fly.
It should be default. Does anyone actually keep it on light mode?
No, that's what I'm saying. Is who
This is the
actually does
worst.
that? So you can't even read anything. It's weird. It's very odd. Very odd. God, I just love those Bosemani. So pretty.
I can't see the dark. No dark mode for me.
Oh.
Dobermans are definitely Velcro.
Yes, I've said it many times. I said that I think the only more clingy dog than a pit bull is a Doberman. My grandma's Doberman that we spent all our time with growing up.
How can you not do dark
Same.
mode? What is wrong with you?
I have to. It's so hard. See, I have trouble seeing on the white. Like it's easier for me to see on the dark, and
Yeah, but you wear sunglasses at night, so
I'm just cool.
you're one of those people.
Just a cool person. Is there a rainbow program via Dan's Fish to save these species in the hobby?
Wait, what? Where?
Mickey, is there a rainbow program, air quotes, via Dan's Fish to save these species in the hobby? I don't know.
Rainbow Fish Live Facebook group is probably your best bet. That's where all the rare rainbow nerds hang out.
My wife.
But Gary's there too, so be careful what you say. Or you're going to get yelled at.
I find you. Her text screen is still white, huh? She's holding on. She likes to be blinded. Blinded by the light. Yeah, I wear sunglasses a lot. I always have. It's just how I roll. It's my thing. Yeah, light mode does burn. It's eye burning for sure. Yeah, so I can. Exactly. That's why. If anybody asks. Oh, you have astigmatism. Lame. Yeah, that probably doesn't help. I'm sure. I just like the way I prefer darker in general. I like the way it looks.
It just looks cleaner.
Yeah, it's more succinct. I don't know. I prefer it. There's the Rainbow Live Facebook.
There you
Watch
go.
What you say.
Go get yelled at by Gary Lang.
I was gonna say you're gonna get your.
We should have like a funny contest on who can get like him to rage the most, and we give away like some rainbow fish. Who can get Gary?
We should get his
to
rainbow
rage.
fish and then give them away. That would be really funny.
Hey Gary, your rage
Yeah.
allowed us to give your fish
Yeah.
to someone.
Yep. The madder you make Gary, the quicker you get his fish. Watch out.
Jody says I can't drive at night, so wintertime sucks.
My sister has to wear special glasses at night for driving. I remember one time we were on the freeway, like on the way home from Christmas or something, and she's like, I can't see anything. And I was like, oh, God. It's like, great. You're the one driving. This is fun. My brightness is turned all the way up.
Shirley says, so I'm not the only one that's had Gary jump down my throat. He yelled at me because he didn't think my tank glass was clean enough. Too many water spots. I'm telling you, he is like one grumpy old man.
He would come for us so
the
hard.
last time
I
saw him comment was about how many eggs somebody got to hatch. And it was just not like a breeder, just a hobbyist that was like, hey, I got 6, fry.
Well, you should have gotten 400.
And he's like, oh yeah, he was not happy. It was very...
You killed all the fish.
It was very bizarre.
See, I don't like... That would never... I'd be like, all right, whatever. That kind of stuff rolls right off me. Like, with that, I don't care. I don't care at all. I can't be bothered by those things.
Piss off Gary Lang and win Gary Lang rainbows.
Mm-hmm. So funny. 2 borrowed...
He yelled at Lucas Bretz for how Lucas breeds rainbows.
Really? That's funny. Wow.
It is. It's very entertaining.
No one can do it like me.
Very
Nobody.
entertaining.
It's funny. Pretty smart for her gray. Just saying.
All right, folks. I think we're going to end it.
Time to be hitting the old dusty trail.
Dusty trail.
It's for like 15 minutes.
Oh, just in time for Xanadu to show up again.
Where's
no Ross, though.
Yeah.
Salem Aquatics is still here.
Still here.
Still here.
Hanging on by a thread. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas. And everyone, I want to give a thanks to everyone for this, too.
Yes, because it's a big deal. So
even though...
It's a small deal, but it's a big deal.
It's a small deal, but it's a big
It's a big deal.
Got my plaque. Very excited.
It's a big deal.
Despite what I said, I'm not bummed all about it being smaller and cheap.
Buck up, buckaroo. We'll be all right.
But anyways.
Cowboy up, buddy.
To all the new members we got this stream, we're going to be kicking it off again in about 10-15 minutes, so stick around. Everyone else, again, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas if that's your deal. If not, have a happy week, I guess.
Yeah. Have a merry whatever you do. How about that?
Whatever you do.
Whatever you do. Happy Festivus, people.
And remember, members, we got to be careful because Whip's a member now, so we can't talk about him anymore.
Don't say anything bad. And hope he doesn't have time on his hands to go rewatch streams.
I don't think so, but he might now that we said this.
I was gonna say
he's gonna go back and watch to find out that we've really never said anything.
See you gray losers next week, fools. Fools.
Wow. Shots fired.
I was gonna say he gets a membership, and watch out, everybody.
Woo.
Good Lord, peasants, plebeians. Who cares about y'all?
See you serfs
Peace.
Next week, I guess.
Serfs. That's one. I did forget one, and it was serfs. Yep,
it
that's
was
it.
serfs.
Yeah.
Really though. Thank you so much, everyone. I really do appreciate it. And I think Chelsea does too.
Yes, I do. I co-sign on that.
And we'll see you for a New Year's stream next week, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
See you all next year.
Oh, God. Have a great summer. See you next year.
Oh, no, it's still December next year. It's still December next week. It's still December next year, too.
We're not going to go off of what he's saying. We'll see you when we see you.
I'm done.
Bye.
I'm done. God dang it, Judy keeping me here.
Stop calling her Judy.
Jody. She said it was okay.
No, it's not.
I know, but she said it was okay.
It's not. Who got it?
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Very Merry
Passing
Christmas.
wind.
Thank God.
That caught me off guard.
Thank God they got a membership.
That really caught me off guard. That's a good one. John Red Laser. That's a cool one.
Lasers.
8M.
Passing wind. Sorry, Jody.
Judy P for the win again.
Jesus.
I cut her off before she could apologize.
Oh, man.
Okay, I'll let you say it. Go ahead.
I said sorry.
I did it again.